hills and made full use of the fishing, the golf, the walking. He'd have liked it more if there were others his own age here, but the few he'd met worked on the site and had little time off. He felt a sharp kick to the guts and howled with pain. "What did you do that for?" "I like an answer when I ask a question," she said, kicking him again. "Okay, it's too quiet and the people here aren't my sort, that do ya?" She laughed. "My thoughts exactly. Brain dead, most of them, particularly your mother." "My mother's okay." "She's an interesting watch, I'll give her that." "Were you aware that she's making a play for Neil Lewis? They're always walking about together and whispering. Wonder if his wife, Gemma, knows." Callum felt her warm breath on his face. "Shall I tell her, Callum?" "Cause a right stink, that would. Gemma is a right jealous cow. Who knows what she'd do?" He didn't like her criticism of his mother. It was unfair. All she was guilty of was having a good time. "I can't feel my legs." "That'll be the cold. You're sitting on a wet floor and rain is pouring through the roof." "I'll get pneumonia." "No, you won't, Callum. You won't live that long." He felt sick. The kicking, the confusion from the bang on the head were taking their toll. "There's a wind getting up, but at least the rain's stopped," she said conversationally. "Hear that squawk? It's one of the ravens heading to the trees to roost with the others before he gets caught out." The moon had risen and was bright enough now to illuminate parts of the boathouse through the gaps in the rotty main doors. The woman stood over him. He could just make out her shape. "Don't worry. You won't suffer, Callum. I'll make it quick. And don't think I'm not grateful, I am. You don't know it, but you're an important part of my plan. To use the fishing vernacular, you're my sprat. You know, like in the saying, a sprat to catch a mackerel." "I can't stay here all night, I'll freeze." "You're right. Even I'm not that heartless." He was too woozy to realise what she meant by this. "You're releasing me then?" "No, Callum. I'm putting you out of your misery." Chapter 1. Saturday. The lashing rain and high winds of last night's storm had given way to still air and brilliant sunshine. Claire Hilton stood on the veranda of her lodge at Stillwater's, a country retreat in the hills above Glossop, with a mug of tea in her hand, admiring the view. She turned to her friend and neighbour, Liz Webb, who was busy checking a mobile. "That was a damn good night. Do you realise we got through a dozen bottles of Prosecco and 2 bottles of gin, and that was just us girls?" Claire laughed. "Shame you upset Gemma, though," said Liz. "Went off early in a right strop she did. Did you hear the name she called you?" Claire pulled her face. "Gemma can't take a joke, that's her problem." "What was she supposed to do?" Liz said. "I mean, you did come on a bit strong. You were all over her husband. You and Neil spent most of the night killed round each other on your sofa." "I like Neil. He's good company. He's the best looking bloke here and he's got plenty of money to spend." Liz grinned. "You've got no shame, Claire Hilton." Claire laughed. "She's too young for him anyway. I'm more his age. We understand each other. What's Gemma? 40 at the most. Neil is drawing his pension." "That's not the point. He's her husband, not yours." "More's a pity." "Oh, no signal again." Liz tossed her phone onto the table. "What about Wi-Fi?" "There's that hotspot on the other side of the site," Claire said. "Better still, why not give it a rest? That's what we're here for, to get away from all that." "I know, but work still email me and I don't want to be out of the loop." "What loop?" Claire scoffed. "You overestimate your importance. You're only there part-time, so the place isn't likely to go to rack and ruin because you take a week off."